Hi, I'm Sarah Barguirdjian and welcome to this yoga class tutorial. You know when you're in yoga class and you're in downward facing dog and you're asked to step forward in between your hands, how it can often result in this, and then you need to pick up your foot to bring it forward so that you can continue with your fellow yogis. I'm going to give you some help here on how to get this step forward more fluid, lighter, easier and more comfortable. So, watch on. I'm moving my YouTube classes over onto my website very soon. So in order for you to keep access to these 200 plus short yoga classes, please do go to patreon.com/Sarah B Yoga. Sign up for only £2.50 a month for access to all of these tips, tutorials and classes that I've been building up over the last few years. In the meantime, let's carry on with this. Please lie down. You're going to need a block, by the way, and it doesn't have to be a block. It can be a towel or a blanket. I know that sounds a bit of an odd thing to say, but it really can be anything. And from here, draw your right knee in towards your right shoulder and lengthen your left leg long down your mat. Then from here, push your leg into your hands and hold your hands down into the leg so you create quite a bit of resistance. Squeeze your bottom, both sides, but particularly the right side, and stay here for a few breaths. Now keep the knee squeezed tight and keep the knee pressing in towards your shoulder as you now take your hands away. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right foot to the floor, and we'll do that on the left side. Draw your left leg in, straighten your right leg long down the mat. Get this leg strong too. Squeeze this buttock in. Draw your left knee down, spark the toes, push both of your heels away from you. Squeeze in that left hip, and then again, try and keep the leg in place as you take your hands away. Then bring your left foot to the floor, bring your right foot to the floor, roll over onto your side and come into downward facing dog. Raise your right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Squeeze the left buttock in and then bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Cross it under your body. Bring the knee and the foot as high as you can. Shift your body weight forward. Go back to three-legged dog. Then bring your knee towards your outer right elbow. Wing the leg out to the side. Go back to three-legged dog. Then bring your knee towards your nose. Third, final time. Go back to three-legged dog. Now, using propulsion, using momentum, step your right foot forward in between your hands. And come onto your right fingertips so that you can step that foot forward. Now, if you've landed behind your hands, pick up your hand and step the foot forward so that your fingernails and your toenails line up. Go back to downward facing dog. Pick up your left leg. Cross it under your body towards your right elbow. Go back to three-legged dog. Then over towards your left elbow. Go back to three-legged dog. We're strengthening the abdominal muscles here. Then into the center towards your nose. Go back to three-legged dog. And again, use propulsion and pick up that left hand if you need to. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Pause here. Squeeze the back leg strong. Go back to downward facing dog. Now walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Bend your knees, bring your hands onto your hips and come up to stand. Bring your feet together and come into Tadasana. Bend your right leg. Interlace your fingers around this knee. If your balance is really off, then go near a wall and put your left hand on it. Separate your right toes, relax your shoulders. Now keep that knee as high as you can as you then take your hands away. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your foot down, Tadasana. Second side. Pick up your left leg Interlace your fingers, bring the leg up high without leaning over to the right here. Try and keep up nice and straight. Take your hands away and bring your foot down. One more time, right side. It's usually easier the second time. Take your hands away, bring the leg down. This is a really good way of training yourself to be able to tie your shoelaces until you're 100 years old, right? Take your hands away. You want to be able to do that. And then bring your foot down. Good. Downward facing dog. Raise your right leg up and back. Bring your knee towards your nose. Rock your body weight forward. Now come onto your right fingertips. Bring the knee up really high and step your foot forward between your hands. Bring your back knee down this time. And bring your right hand inside your right leg and press your leg into your right shoulder and your shoulder back into your right leg. Inhale, pick up your back leg. Stay here. 3, press your front foot towards your back foot. 2, and 1, step back. Inhale the left leg up and back. And remember, you can pick up the left hand, step that foot forward in between your hands. Bring your back knee down, bring your left hand inside that leg, press the leg into the arm and the arm back into the leg. Slightly round your back here, and as you inhale, pick up your back knee and really straighten that back leg. Squeeze the left buttock in, then go back to downward facing dog. Bring both of your knees down to the floor and sit your bottom down. Lie down and come to happy baby on your right side. So half happy baby. Pick up the right leg, draw the knee down and push the foot up into the hand. Try and have the left side of your lower back on the floor as well. Push the foot up, but the hand is strong, holding the foot in place. Change sides. Relax your shoulders here. But really try and feel the engagement that you're creating around the left hip as you push the foot up and the hand keeps the foot in place. Release. Roll over onto your side and get your block or your towel or whatever it is. We're going to use it as something to step over. Put it in the middle of your mat and come into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Now you're going to step over this. I hope you haven't got the block on its highest setting. If you have, then bring it down to its lowest. And then from here, rock your body weight forward. Do this slowly. Bring your knee up. And then from here, come onto your right fingertips and step over the block. Go back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. As you exhale, bring your knee up, bring your foot up, come onto your left fingertips and step the foot forward. Go back to downward facing dog and get rid of the block. Okay, imagine that the block is still there. Inhale your right leg up and back. Squeeze the left buttock in, and as you exhale, step the foot forward between your hands. I hope it's getting a bit easier for you here. Go back to downward facing dog, and do it again. Left leg up. As you exhale, step it forward between your hands. Move your body weight forwards as you do this. Go back. One more time on each side. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the foot forward. Go back to three-legged dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Imagine you're stepping over something. Step that left foot forward. One side is always harder than the other, right? You've got to practice more on the more difficult side. Go back to downward facing dog and come into child's pose. Keep your hands forward. Press your hands down. Raise your head, look at your hands, Walk your hands back. And we're done. So this is just a little drill exercise, mini class that I hope will really help you. Try and do it a couple of times a week if you're finding this step forward difficult, or even if you're finding it reasonably easy but you want to maintain it and make it feel more easy, make it feel less sort of stuck and gritty. Thank you. Take care.